Beethoven, just because you know, that guy. I feel he like a lot of people.
The belligerents,
I'll
without true
say it in a second.
cause or purpose, abused and murdered their pacific victims, whom they hated for being different. The invaders corrupted the vivid world. The assaulted could not comprehend the merciless brutality. Still, they stayed on, trying to placate their oppressors and recover their past. The cruel interlopers attacked at intervals instead of killing them all at once. The wretched survivors suffered in perpetual fear. Is there a worse fate?
Good question. Um, it's because what I love what Beethoven did was what I feel like a lot of people in like rock and metal have taken after. Because for me, whenever I talk about symphonic metal or try to, kind of explain the feeling and mood that you should have when performing symphonic metal, is that it's all about the emotion. Like that is a lot of what makes symphonic metal is just the emotion and the message in the song. And Beethoven just like was the master of just pouring his emotion and all his feelings and thoughts into his music. And he also, what was amazing, it was, is that he wrote music for him. Like he didn't care about any rules, he didn't care about anything. Like he's like, I don't care if you like the music, I'm writing the music for me, not for you. And that was really cool about Beethoven. That's why I really liked him, And he had those epic like power chords in his orchestra that just was absolutely amazing. He just had like he was kind of like the ultimate rock and roll master of his time, and that's why he's my um, favorite composer. Not just because he's famous and stuff. Ah, fuck. I made this the first time last time. um, yeah, but of course, I love pretty much all genres, or not genres, all almost almost every famous classical composer, or famous and not famous classical composer, except for I really do not like. Fuck me. I really don't like 20th century music very much. Because back when it was pretty much the motto was "all beauty must die." Not a huge fan of that, Because they made ugly music just to make ugly music, and I don't know how I feel about that. I don't really like that kind of implication of music. Like I'm good. I don't need to listen to screeching music for for uh, for hours on end. I'm good. Oh yeah, I should hit this bad boy. Oh, I think it's just for a peach though, so I really don't care. But I'll hit it anyways. Not really, whole impressionism, expressionism. Not really a huge fan of those that time period. Not doing it for me. But that's just my opinion. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, and me, I don't think it's bad music. Obviously, it's great, and it reflects the time period in which they were living in. Because the whole purpose was, the world is ugly. We're gonna make music to reflect that, and artistically, I respect that. I mean, that's really cool, and I like what they did. But it's just not my cup of tea, so to speak. Though I do have to say, even though he was, I mean, it's argued that he was. I thought I could be on that ledge. It's argued that Debussy was a step towards impressionism. Um, he didn't classify himself as that. I believe, at least, from what I remember. I did write like a short 3-page paper on him, so I didn't learn much about him, but I did learn some things about him. A lot of people believe that he was the movement towards impressionism, just like Beethoven was the movement towards romanticism. But he never classified himself in that way. But yeah, since he wasn't full impressionism, he still made some really good music, I feel, and so I do like Debussy. So, oh yeah, that's why this fight's hard. It's like, I died last time when I played this on Nightmare difficulty. I died so many times. I would recommend killing these bastards. And try to keep both of these guys, try to keep both of these guys in your sight. Don't have one of them behind you, because then they'll charge at you, and that would do a shit ton of damage. Oh fuck, I didn't think it would hit me. I thought the other guy would still be considered in the way. Once one of these guys is dead, this fight's easy, but on Nightmare difficulty, this is hard. Oh fuck, he still hit. I'm just gonna keep whacking you, buddy. Ow, you bitch. Yeah, so I do like Debussy. I don't really consider him to be that 20th century music, even though he is in that time period. Yeah, it's kind of a little bit about me and my musical tastes. Me, I'm a low brass player myself, but I can play a shit ton of instruments. I always, oh no, fuck, I did. I can play a bunch of different instruments. Every musician has to learn how to play the piano because it's like one of the most vital instruments. So I can play piano pretty well. I can't like play a very difficult piano piece, but I'm pretty good at it. Sorry, just checking text message real fast. Sorry about that.
Once more, the shadow dragon winds along the path. Follow the dragon, Alice.
Ah, I see how it goes. Makes perfect sense, really. At least now it does.
I have no idea what she's talking about. So yeah, I can play the piano pretty well. I know most low brass instruments, and I can play most of them, which is, you know, I would say pretty cool. But yeah, I don't know. I prefer low brass instruments, but I also can play the flute. I played that for several years. I can't play any reeded instrument. I hate reeded instruments, and they hate me. I don't know. I just can never play it. So these guys do stop coming eventually. So just try to kill them all. I think you have to move along. I've started picking up the violin. I took some lessons about a year or two ago, and I just haven't had the time or money to continue lessons. So I want to continue learning the violin because it's one of my favorite instruments. I just haven't had the time or the money to continue lessons, which really makes me sad. But you know, that's just how it goes sometimes. But as an instrument I'm really interested in, I really want to continue. But I've got really good at pizzicato, man. I can pizzicato my ass off. And a D major scale, forget about it. I wreck D major. But that's really all I only have the basics of violin so far, but I'm really trying to get better at the violin. I really want to. I just need to find the time. Let's see. I can also sing, as I mentioned. I can also play percussion, like I can play the drums, a drum kit, and as well as most percussion instruments. I can pretty much play any percussion instrument, including the timpani. I just can't play like I can't really play not bells, but I can't really play most. God, I forget what it's called. I forget what the general term is for it. I can't play most. Like I can't play the marimba or kind of chime instruments like that. I don't think it's technically chime, but that's what I'm going to call it. I can't play those kind of percussion instruments, but I can play every other kind of percussion instrument pretty well. I love the timpani. Timpani is one of my favorite instruments to play as well. I don't know which one of these to go through first. I think I'll go through this one. This one or two. Um, let's see. I kind of have the basics of clarinet because I want to be professor, so it's kind of a professor, kind of band director in general. So it's kind of important to learn most instruments, especially the basic ones. And so I have most basic ones down. I just don't know the trumpet yet. I'll probably learn how to play that one here in the next year or two. I also want to learn how to play the tuba. That's like tuba's pretty much like one of the only low brass instruments I don't know. And so I'm gonna try to teach myself the tuba. I don't think there's anything hidden around here that I know of. I forget which one of these is the way you're supposed to go. Which way is? Well, if I see the cube, then I know this is not the way to go. Here we go. Bottom. Chapter 4 and 5 love to have these little forked paths that the other way will block you off or something, so you gotta know which ones to go, which way to go. Oh, I hear something growing. Put it up there. Let's see. So yeah, I learned the basics on the clarinet in one of my pedagogy classes. But I hate reeded instruments. I just hate them so much. Just because they do not work with me. They work against me every time. I don't know why, I just don't like reeded instruments. Yeah, I think that's close to it. Oh yeah, I remember. I think that's how that one goes. Unless it popped already. I guess I just stood on it. Whatever. There we go. I think that's that's the last one. So yeah, that's kind of my instrumentation-ness. Let's see, this one, just like the others, I believe it's gonna be like this. That just looks like the most logical. Yeah. Super easy.
The gate is opened. Now it appears that I can continue my ascent to the peak.
Yes, it's your way, Harish. Let's see how I'm going here. 2, 2, 1, 2. That's looking pretty good. That's looking pretty good. I know I already went through here, but my paranoia, I gotta check it. Okay, yeah, I went through there. I just gotta make sure, you know. You can never be too safe. Especially when I'm so close to having them all. Okay, there we go. Let's see, I believe it was like 725, 720. Yeah, 725. I'm getting close. Getting close. Almost there. Got like, what, 600? 500? I don't know. I probably have all my stuff upgraded by the end of the 4th chapter. Or in the middle of the 5th chapter. Probably around there. Yeah, they caged them all. It's sad. It's very sad. I think there's a pig snout around here somewhere, though. I gotta keep my eye out for that one. I'm gonna pep this guy. You can also shield those with your umbrella. Works pretty well. I think there's gonna be more of them up here. Yep, there's pig snout. You can see it on the wall. On that wall. It's over here somewhere. My memory serves me well. Wanna shoot me? Can't even begin to shoot at me. You don't know me. Yeah, so that's pretty much most of my musicality.
It's not enough that they abuse and murder us. They let their spawn feed on our rotting corpses.
Yeah, what do you expect? There we go. So I think if I total it up, you know, not counting obviously every single individual percussion instrument, more just percussion in a whole, I can play between 8 or 9 different instruments, which is pretty cool. In my opinion, it's pretty cool. But I don't know. I mean, I don't have a goal to learn every single instrument. I know some of my friends in the music hall do, but for me, it's It's not really about learning every instrument. It's just, you know,
Lovers
instruments I
often
like.
exchange a lock of hair to symbolize their vows. The human heart is opened by a vast assortment of keys.
Yeah, but I guess my next goal, besides getting better on my main instrument, which I need to do, is I need to I really wanna get really good at the violin and the tuba. I think that'd be really helpful in my musical career. I think that'd be really nice. Also, the cello is an awesome instrument. Cello and string bass I'd love to play, but I just, you know, there's so many things I want to learn, so many things I want to do, and I just, you know, I don't have the time to do it all, you know? Fish shot. You're mine. You know, I just don't have the time to learn all the instruments, because it takes, like, to adequately learn an instrument, depending on how good you are at picking up instruments, take anywhere between like several months to a year or two, you know. And so I don't have that kind of
You there,
time.
come close. I can recite Red Riding Hood backward.